5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
ZTPmagazine.com brings you a superhero? Not that Ant-Man, this Ant-Man.
Hey, what's going on? It's Antman from ZTP Mag.
And this is Antman Verses.
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
I'm a rockin' and I'm a rollin'. Antman Verses is all about giving you the story the right way. Up close and personal, bringing you all the information about his music familia. Antman Verses not only gives you insight on the artist, but the life and the strive to become the artist they become. Antman Verses.
What's going on, everybody?
What up?
Welcome to a brand new show, hanging out with my man Sean from Decade Apart. What's going on?
Not much, just hanging out, man.
Yeah, so what have you been up to?
Just getting ready for Miss May on Friday.
Fucking crazy, dude. Like, Miss May I, man. Like, that's fucking crazy.
That's awesome.
So, how long have you been hanging out? First and foremost, Sean, let everybody know, where you're from and who you are. I know they know, but they got to know. So, fill them in, man.
So I've been in Columbus for, 6 years now. Moved down here from around Cleveland area. So, I've been in and out of bands in the Columbus area. I'm with the Decade Apart now, and it's been just a little bit over a year that we've been together.
How long have you been doing music, man?
Oh, jeez.
Going way back.
Yeah. I mean, my first band when I was 18, so like, I'm dating myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like 2003.
Right on.
Gotcha.
I graduated 2003, so I just dated myself, literally. So, right on, man. So what has it been like for you for the whole year with Decade Apart, man? I've seen you guys like 7 times, and you guys just all over the stage, man, rocking your fucking faces off. Like, you guys make it look really fucking easy.
It's definitely not easy, but we have a good time up there. We definitely like to have a high energy show and just entertain the crowd. Like, we want them to get into it as much as we get into it.
What is, some of the things that you guys, when you guys go to a venue, what are some of the things you guys look for? Like, if you've never been to a venue before, what, like, when you walk into your first time, because I know you do photography too.
Yeah.
And so, like, do you use your photography knowledge and some of your other, band knowledge hand in hand when you walk in and evaluate if you want to play in a venue or not?
I mean, I'm a fan for a good light show. I love a good light show, so if I go to a show and see awesome lights, it sounds good, has a big stage to move around, jump around, go crazy, that's probably a venue I want to try and get into and play at.
Definitely. Yeah, I've seen some really small stages in my lifetime of being a music fan, and especially if you got more than a couple people, more than a 3-piece, gets a little hard to be energetic and have a good show.
Sometimes the small ones are actually real fun to play. Like a small stage, you're kind of packed, but you're still moving around. And then sometimes, like, out in the crowd, it's a smaller room, so it's a very intimate show.
Yeah.
That's true.
So everyone's just getting into it, and the vibe is just awesome.
You ever been on a stage and you're like, damn, get that light out of my face? Like, I mean, because sometimes it can get pretty hot, like, and I think to being a photographer, the light shows are great, but sometimes they really cut off a photographer's ability to get a good shot of a musician or the artist,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, when it comes to photography, like, just real low light, it hurts.
It does. That's so true.
It's so tough to get a good picture, so...
I had to install new lighting here in the studio, and if you take a look down the hall there, you can see the previous lighting, what we had, and then this is what we have. And,
it's like night and day.
And it's kind of like night and day.
Good.
I'm almost like, if I took the roof off the place, they might see us from orbit. It might be kind of crazy. But we're going to be hanging out with Sean from A Decade Apart tonight. We got some awesome stuff. Siobhan, what do you got tonight for us?
I got a few stories, a couple of actual like stories, and then a couple of I guess you could call them honorable mentions. And
Honorable
so,
mentions.
yeah,
I don't know if that's what I'd call them.
I don't know that I'd really call them honorable, but a couple of mentions. We'll put it that way. And what's up to Mark, who just joined us in the chat?
What's up, Mark? Hey, Mark, you're late, but it's all right. We'll forgive you.
We still love you.
But we're going to talk about 10 crazy, coolest things that some of our fans saw at the Electric Forest Festival. We're going to talk about that. And it turns out that Bachelor in Paradise producers must approve contestants before they get on now after that whole shenanigans of, I got drunk and I don't remember what happened and I think I got raped. I don't know. Oh, my God. So we're going to talk about that.
Don't be a slut.
And right? I mean, that kind of sums it up. We're going to get into this new song right here from Grindhouse called Sinner, and we're going to get right back to it, guys. Thank you, first and foremost, to our sponsors, ZTP and Raw Designs, designsbyraw.com, Columbus Botanical Depot, and Photo Nation AP. Thank you guys so much, man, for doing what you guys do. I appreciate you guys. We're going to get into this new stuff right here called Sinner from Grindhouse.
one person or save one life from ever trying heroin or committing suicide. It would all be worth it, all the sacrifices made. Time away from family and the focus day to day. I'm missing ball games, extra struggles on my wife. It's one of those things I can't explain. My music is my life. The stage is my happy place, and the studio is home. Even when I'm with my kids, my mind it tends to roam. Trying to be a front man and manage things too. Trying to interact with the fans and still run the crew. Get the flyers printed, call promoter back. The bandits are here for you, all you gotta do is ask. Don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna get through it. There's someone here for you. Don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna get through it unless you choose to lose. Don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna get through it. There's someone here for you. Don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna get through it unless you choose to lose. This anxiety inside of me is driving me nuts. If it wasn't for my family, I would give up. I would just say fuck it, to hell with that legal shit. Build a couple walls, make some lights, grow some kills. She get back on my hustle, playing money trees. I've learned I can't trust them cause they're all telling me, so I can't do that. Gotta keep my money legal. Wife and 2 kids and they count on me to feed them. Don't know what to do, work out slow again. I'm conflicted, I'm confused, but I'm not showing it. Here I go again with this pad and the spin. Writing all these rhymes about redemption and sin. Don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna get through it. There's someone here for you. Don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna get through it unless you choose to lose. Don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna get through it. There's someone here for you. Don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna get through it unless you choose to lose. Unless you choose to lose. Don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna get through it. There's someone here for you. Don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna get through it unless you choose to lose.
Brand new stuff right there. Organic Bandits, man. Oh,
I'm really liking them.
dude, they come up. See, the thing is, what I love about it is that I don't know where the fuck they record their shit. I have no idea, but they rip it off like fast and they send it to me. Like he sent that audio to me today, and I think they recorded it last night. So I don't know what. I have no idea.
The recording gnomes.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
Totally.
You know, I need some recording gnomes. This intern sucks. No, I'm just kidding.
now.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So while we're hanging out with my man Sean from A Decade Apart, talking about music, this and that. But Sean, what cell phone provider do you have, man?
I am with Verizon.
Verizon.
Oh man. Oh man, you're
that
not gonna
sounds
like
bad.
this. You're so not gonna like this. So Verizon customers are furious over unexpected travel charges. Because if they didn't already charge you enough.
The plans are ridiculous.
Yeah. So New Yorkers who signed up for Verizon's wireless travel pass service, $10 a day for phone, text, and data usage overseas, say they're getting slammed with hundreds of dollars in unexpected charges. One of those with the sticker shock was a Brooklyn assemblyman who got a bill for $925 after his trip to Israel.
Stay off the porn. On the flight. The free Wi-Fi is not free.
Yeah. So it included the expected charge of $10 per day, but Verizon also tacked on 141 international minutes and nearly 40,000 kilobytes of international data from his text.
Buffering.
Yeah. So he thought it was a joke and not a very funny one, and he hadn't visited Jordan, not ever, so he knew there was some kind of mistake because the data texts were from Jordan.
Good old Jordan.
So, you know, he got the bill reduced after lengthy discussions with Verizon supervisors, but he wasn't the only one that it happened to. So,
Of course
you
not.
know, Verizon customers beware, basically. And it's not just you all. Don't worry. AT&T is doing the same thing to their customers in a sense,
That's why I'm with Sprint.
right?
Doing them dirty.
So
yeah, right.
right. So if you're an AT&T customer, you could start being charged to keep your private data private.
Holy shit.
Yeah, there's really not much more that can be
That's
said about
scary.
and it's not really private.
that. Right. I mean,
No.
it's not really private anyway, but if they're going to tell you that you got to pay to keep it private, I'm good.
Did you guys see a couple weeks ago that viral video of the two people on the airplane getting it on in front of everybody?
No. Oh, yes.
We talked about it.
Yes, we talked about
and-
that. That was my
missed
sex
it.
story
Yeah,
that week.
So Sean, so basically, man, so this dad or this husband was on a plane, right?
He was on his bachelor.
On his bachelor party.
Yeah.
And
and his
so
pregnant wife was at home.
Yep.
Pregnant.
Yep. And one of the ladies, they were drinking the cocktails in first class, and he had one of the seats because you know they separate first class to from first class to whatever medium
the
class.
regular.
Yeah. And so his seats are up against the wall right there, and you see them talking and having a conversation, and then all of a sudden she like gets up and like wraps her legs around him, and you
Pulls
see
her
the
skirts
skirt
up.
up,
Oh,
and
jeez.
she just starts going to town, dude, on the flight on the way back. So I mean, and dude, what the worst part is that there's women and children and families all over the place
Oh,
in
yeah.
the plane, and shit, they're just knocking boots, man, R. Kelly style, like crazy, dude.
There's no piss anywhere though.
There's no piss or 14-year-olds around,
Right,
thank
right.
God. Oh man. So talking about Decadent Part, man, you got this big show coming up with
Yeah.
the awesome
Miss May, I
oh man.
out of Ohio.
Speechless
That's
about
right.
it because
I always, for some reason, I always forget they're out of Ohio. I don't
Yeah.
know why, but yeah, they're great. I've seen them perform before. I want to say
they got a new album or a new
at the
song coming
Arosa.
out. They got some new stuff coming
album.
out.
Yeah,
That's
it
what I
sounds
thought.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw them for the first time when they were at Rock on the Range, and
Yeah.
that's where it was. I saw them. Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
Those
they.
guys are sick.
You know, they're really into their fans too. I think
They
that's really
are.
important, you know, to take time out to shake hands and stuff like that. And there's, you know, if it's one thing I've seen in the industry, there's a lot of big-headedness, but with that band in particular, you don't see that. You know, they're just humble, they're just people at the end of the day. I think that's really awesome to see.
Yeah.
But
It was funny. We were just tweeting out promoting the show, and then I get a text, and Donnie, the guitar player, was like, "This is pretty sweet. They liked our tweet." And, like, we've never gotten like another big national band have any interaction through social media on like anything we're trying to push for the show.
Right.
So I mean that's pretty cool.
That's pretty
that
cool.
they actually see that stuff that we're pushing the show, and we're pumped to play with. them.
social media has taken a huge turn, I think, towards music. You know, I think a lot of people were afraid for a minute because, you know, social media was like changing up. Like you have your trollers and your BS people that hang out and whatever on social media and bash people, but I think that Twitter and Facebook, you know, and some of the other things, Instagram, even Snapchat, man, Snapchat's starting to even get into the whole music venue thing, and I don't know, man, social media, even though you have to be careful, I love it because the idea that, you know, you can reach out and actually touch someone these days, really actually do that, you know, so
It's all about the personal interaction with
Right.
your fans.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, when you have that personal interaction, they're always going to remember that. They'll remember that time. Oh, so-and-so, you know, retweeted this, or, you know,
Absolutely.
messaged me and we had a great conversation about this and that. And they're always going to remember that for the rest of their lives.
Right.
The one thing I love about our local music scene is that everybody actually gives a shit. Like, everybody stays for the shows, everybody contributes, and, you know, the one thing I love to see when I go to a venue or a show is the camaraderie between the bands.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the whole, oh, we got 3 minutes to get all their shit off stage, and then we got to get your shit on stage. And everybody jumps in and starts carrying cases and starts carrying whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You
It's
know,
awesome.
it's pretty awesome. But one thing that I have to say I don't really care for is when I see bills and bands cutting out early on the shows. And I think that's been an epic debate, man. We've talked about it before,
Yeah.
you know, just out and about having drinks at the venues, you know. And one of my friends, Seven from Grindhouse, me and him were talking about a month ago about, you know, just how that can get you blacklisted really quick
Oh, yeah.
from a bill, you know. Like, you might be the greatest guitarist in the planet. If you leave early, you're fucked.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of promoters look for the whole package.
Right.
You know, it's like I used to book shows in the past, so I kind of saw, like, as a band, your job is to entertain the crowd.
Right.
So that's your job. Like, are you going to show up late to your job?
Right.
Leave early from your job?
Yeah, you're there to
So,
provide a service, not lip service.
Yeah.
Do your job, like, and I hate to say it, but dance monkey dance. Like, do what you
Right.
need to do.
If load-in's 3, get there at 2:45, 3
Right.
o'clock. Don't show up at 5 o'clock and then start bitching about whatever and
Right.
just have an ego, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Just follow the rules, you know?
do what they're telling you to do.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, and it's not like it's that complicated or that hard. I mean, you know, in theory, as someone in a band, you should be happy to be there before and after your set because that's how you continually build your
It's
fan
called
base.
networking, man.
I mean, yeah, I
Absolutely.
mean,
You
it's
get
it's,
done playing a
it's
show.
networking without Facebook.
you go up and you talk to everyone that you saw when you were on stage.
Exactly.
Hey, how'd you like the set? And you
Right.
just talk. You talk to everybody.
Yeah.
yeah, man. Lincoln County Metalhead says, stay till the last band plays.
Yes.
And that's exactly it, man. Shout out to Lincoln County Metalheads, man. I want to give you
What's up,
guys,
boys?
Roy
What
and
up?
Monty. You guys are pretty awesome, man. I appreciate you guys and what you guys are doing, man. So, I don't know if you guys have been to it, but the Electric Forest Festival is one of the biggest festivals in the woods in the world. And I didn't know that until today.
No idea.
So if you guys are ever out and about, man, you guys want to check this out. It's an Electric Forest Festival, and I'm gonna break it down for you here. So, a giant robot, bass heads, and the Trading Post, Troy Boy, the Giving Tree, and a Hidden Fairy hideaways all over the place, and they have hangar stages. So I'm gonna show you this here, and I don't have permission to show this on YouTube, but look at that stage.
Oh, that's badass.
Look at that fucking stage, dude. That stage is fucking huge. Look at that. I've never seen anything like that before.
That's
impressive.
insane.
Okay.
Everyone should go and look this up.
So I'm actually going to try to see if I can get that posted in the chat room there. I don't know if I can. They might get really pissed. But anyway, so we got some new music, some new shows, and a lot to talk about. I want to give a shout out to all my sponsors, man. Designs by Raw. Check them out, designsbyraw.com. Columbus Botanical Depot. CBDHempHealth.com. Give my man Joe a call, 614-407-4420. Tell him Antman sent you, and I almost guarantee he might take care of you. I would say he would. I would say he would, but I don't know for sure. I just don't know.
It's a good possibility.
Right? So we got a lot of networking going on in the chat room right now,
Right?
man.
You see that?
We got a lot of people talking in the chat room. And hey, it let me post it. It let me post
Oh my
it.
gosh.
So hey
That's
guys.
amazing.
John Kelly.
Yeah, John Kelly, man. Shout out to
JK.
you. Mike Kane, what's going on? Mike! And Joshua Harden. Everybody hanging out in the chat room, man. Thank you guys so much for joining us, dude. This is gonna be pretty awesome.
Oh, I didn't even see Josh was there.
He's just a little guy. No, just kidding, Josh. I love you, bro. But, man, you know, what is it, Sean, that you love so much about our local music scene? If you could name one thing, what would it be? Stumper.
Yeah, I mean, I think we talked about it. It would have to be the camaraderie and the whole sense of community.
Yeah.
So when I go to a show, it doesn't matter if it's a local show or like it's a big national show. I'm probably gonna run into people in 4, 5, 6 other bands, and I can just hang out with them. And it's
Right.
just awesome to see bands out to shows that aren't even on the bill, just going out
Oh,
to
yeah.
support whoever.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's something what was it? The Licking County, the Saliva Show.
Saliva
right?
Show, yeah.
We were at the Saliva Show and we saw all of the boys from 8-Bound Pressure there. They weren't on the bill, but they showed up anyway. And it's so good to see that because, I really feel like that the local bands need to support each other as much as the fans need to support the local bands because, that's what creates a good environment for a show because if there's, lack of camaraderie amongst bands and you're on the same bill together, it doesn't flow as well.
It doesn't. It's a bad experience, and
Yeah.
people don't want to come out to have a bad experience.
Exactly.
It doesn't flow.
That
Then the
leave me alone.
Rawr.
No, that kind of that feeling of familia, the family feeling,
Yeah.
and that's for me what I've always enjoyed most about the local scene is, my certain parts of my family are not that great, and so I've kind of replaced that with the local music scene, and
It's fairly easy to do.
It is.
They
It's
really
so
open
easy.
you. They really open your eyes. You have to
Licking
be
County says like being part of a movement.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, man. So we're gonna be hanging out with Sean from A Decade Apart a lot more. We got some new stuff. What do you got coming up next, Siobhan?
Let's see. Oh, a little snippet about Sarah Palin. And, if you work in construction, be careful of that drywall dust. It might land you in jail.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
We're going to talk about Katy Perry because you know how much I hate that punk-ass bitch. Sorry, I don't like Katy Perry at all. She might be...
Very vivid hatred for her.
Tell me how you really feel.
Right, exactly. Well, when you go on public television and you just rub it in the face of everybody that's ever been on one of the biggest standing radio or TV shows like American Idol, and your first words out of your mouth is "I got paid," like
it kind of makes you seem like an asshole.
You suck dick.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, right. And we're gonna talk about her $226,800 choker that she wore in her new music video
Ridiculous.
to represent the fact that she just got paid. So we're going to be talking about that. It's quite interesting to me how you can just
Make it rain.
make it right. Yeah,
I don't understand how jewelry costs that much.
yeah. You know what? I'm going to play
get
this
it.
one. This one
It's
is
like
from
dollar bills to them.
Right, it's
Yeah.
like make it rain, like
208,000. Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
I got
Yeah, I'll get that in a day.
swipe the plastic.
You know what, man? I got something special for this girl right here. I got something from Sever It All. It's called
yeah.
Face Punch right here for Katy Perry. I'm going to punch you in the face. Here we go.
spend the night with me. Come to the Dream Hotel. You never want to leave. In the morning, we walk through the woods, have a feast under the sun, make love in the tall grass. Through the twilight, we will run. Step back through the mirror, share a bottle of wine, slip down under the sheet and make you feel alright. At the Dream Hotel, spend the night with me. Come to the Dream Hotel. You never wanna leave. At the Dream Hotel, I'll bring you alibi. Come to the Dream Hotel, where the romance never dies. Alright. Oh yeah. At the Dream Hotel, spend the night with me. Come on. At the Dream Hotel, never wanna leave. Come to the Dream Hotel, spend the night with me. At the Dream Hotel, I'll bring you alibis. Come to the Dream Hotel, where the romance never dies. Alright. Oh yeah. At the Dream Hotel, spend the night with me. Come on. Dream Hotel. Dream Hotel. Dream Hotel. Dream Hotel. Dream Hotel. Dream Hotel. Dream Hotel.
Brand new stuff right there. Dream Motel. I like to dream at motels.
Never mind.
Boom.
I'm just gonna leave it alone.
So we're back hanging out with Sean from A Decade Apart. What's going on, Sean?
What up?
Having fun so far?
Absolutely.
Time's-
This is a blast.
Yeah, right. It's a little different than most people come in and do interviews with us, and they say they're like, "Man, this isn't like any other interview I've done before. It's a little different."
Yeah, it's
you
fun
actually
just-
allow us to drink.
I'm
Right?
drinking, shooting the shit, talking
Right.
about whatever. Yeah,
So,
Just like hanging out.
absolutely.
we were talking about before we went to a break about this Katy Perry stupid ass $226,000 choker she wore in a Calvin Harris music video. Now this music video is by Calvin Harris, and you guys know Taylor Swift and Calvin Harris dated for like a long time, and so this is a controversial topic right now because the question is if Calvin and Katy are hitting it or not. But I'm not here to judge that. What I'm here to judge is the 45.56 carat diamond choker that she was wearing. It's a Dujula choker. It's paired with a 3 colorful Levon statement rings and 1 burgundy tourmaline Annabella Chan ring. And all that stuff together, like I said, $226,800. I've never worn $1,000. Like, oh man,
That's ridiculous.
I can't I
and
just can't even. I mean, shit, my wedding ring was only like $4,000, so I can't even.
it turns out the Psychedelic Island music video for Calvin Harris's latest song, Feels, features Katy Perry, Pharrell Williams, and Big Sean. And it was released earlier today. And Perry sports a seriously expensive diamond choker in the clip. In the video, Perry, Sean, and Harris and Pharrell are chilling on an island in bright-hued, tropical-themed attire, while Big Sean sits beachside and Pharrell lounges on a fishing boat. Perry frolics around in a field of flowers, rocking bright yellow strands and a matching floral dress. But what really caught everybody's eye was the glinting diamond choker she wore, of course, and which turns out to be worth, like I said, that whopping amount of money.
No, wait. The question, though, is did she rent it or did she actually buy it for this? Because they rent shit all the time.
It's not even, see, the thing is it's not even like a rent. It's like you shoot it in this video, you can use this, make sure you show respect or you show...
Yeah, I mean, it's not, you're right, it's not really renting. I mean, when they go to events, it's renting. When it's something like that, it's like, here, promote our shit that nobody else can buy except for you.
It was a gift.
Right.
She got it for free.
Right.
That's quite
So wait,
ridiculous.
let me see what this thing looks like anyway.
Oh, there you go. They don't even have an up close of it. It's just like, I mean, it doesn't even look that shiny.
I was
going
gonna
to
say it doesn't even
really
look. I mean, I don't know. I'm not
Probably
really.
looks like shit.
It does.
Yeah, it does. It does. I'm not really a diamond girl. So, like I said, my ring was like $4,000, and
Yeah.
that was solely because I customized it, had them take out the middle diamond and put a black diamond in because I don't like diamonds.
I think what's more
But-
offensive is that purple eyeliner she's got. I think that's more offensive.
And like the puke green color in her hair.
So, Sean, let me ask you, man. Random question. I want to ask a Music Familia as well. Shout out to Photo Nation AP hanging out. David Sheets.
What up, Dave?
Rocky XTV hanging out with us. Lincoln County Metalheads. Joshua Harden. And I want to give a shout out to a very special lady, Lauren Rakin of Electric Perception. She is pretty awesome. I want to give a shout out to her as well. And but the poll question of the night is, when you're old, what do you think children will ask you to tell stories about? Knowing who you are, knowing yourself, nobody knows you better than you. What do you think children are going to ask you to tell stories about when you're really old?
Oh, shit.
I love it. I love stumping them.
Yeah.
The age before cell phones, Photo Nation says.
I don't know.
Right.
Right?
Craziest thing you've seen at a concert? I don't know.
Yeah, and what is the craziest thing you've seen at a concert?
Photo Nation says his rock star tattoo. Yes, I'm sure that would probably be a question.
Joshua Harden, luscious locks.
The craziest.
The craziest thing
man.
I seen was when I was at Rock on a Range and I watched the girl in a wheelchair get carried from the back all the way to the front. Like they picked her wheelchair up
the
and
crowd
carried
surfed
her.
her.
They
Yeah.
crowd surfed her in her wheelchair.
That was pretty epic, yeah.
I wonder how many broken arms there were.
I was probably in on that in the crowd.
Yeah.
Pushing the wheelchair. That was pretty epic, as Josh would say.
As
He loves
yeah,
that.
as
Josh loves that word. Epic.
yeah, he does. He does. He uses it quite frequently. Anytime you see him on a Facebook post, it's like AEPIC with a whole bunch of exclamation marks. They're like, "This is epic."
The show's gonna be epic.
Yeah,
The song's epic.
dude. Oh man, Siobhan, what do you got?
So, Sarah Palin's at it again.
This bitch.
And those of you who don't know who she is, I believe we have a picture of her in all her Palin glory, if you can call it that.
Oh, we do.
Yes, there she is. There she is. All right. So apparently she is suing the New York Times for tying political ad to a mass shooting. Yeah. And that's all I want to say about that, because I just want to throw her out there for being ridiculous once again, because me personally, like...
What about it is she all fiery about?
So she's suing them for defamation over a recent editorial tying one of her political action committee ads to a 2011 mass shooting. So again, like I said, she's being ridiculous.
How long ago was 2011? I know I smoked
Right.
a lot of weed. But...
I mean, yeah. So it's 2017,
Wow.
so long enough that she's being ridiculous.
That's...
But yeah, she's at it again.
She looks all serious in that photo too.
I know, right? Like,
she's like, what you looking at, Willis?
yeah.
Right.
So because she's always off on something.
Totally, man.
Absolutely.
She's always off kilter.
Just a little bit.
Just a smidge.
But on a lighter subject, sort of. If you're a handyman, you might want to be careful when you're around cops if you've got drywall dust on you.
Whoa.
Yeah, so a handyman was jailed for several months after cops mistake drywall dust for cocaine. First and foremost,
Don't they have drug tests in the
if you're
car?
a cop and you think drywall dust is cocaine, you need to go back to cop school.
Yeah.
First and foremost. So, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so he spent 3 months behind bars because of this, because they thought, 3 months.
3 months.
3 months.
3 months because they thought that they found cocaine sprinkled around his car. They tested it later and found out that it was clean. So
That's a long test.
Yeah, like 57-year-old man gets thrown in jail for drywall dust.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was it like when things had cords and wires? Rocky X TV. She's a hot, stupid bitch. Lincoln County. And Mark Stapleton says definition of crazy bitch.
Oh, yeah.
My girl Lauren's hanging out in the room. Shout out to you. Thanks for the shout out, guys. So, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah. He, and he told them, he said, I know for a fact that it's drywall dust because I'm a handyman. I said that continuously
On
during
cops,
the arrest.
they have the little clear baggies
Right.
that they put it in and they test it. Like, what did
So-
they...
I don't get how a test takes that long.
Right,
And then
right.
The dude,
Well, and
3 months?
And what's worse is that they originally pulled him over for a busted headlight, and then they saw the drywall dust in his car.
Was he driving while black while he was doing that too?
No, and he's actually a white guy, but
Wow.
he
an
says,
old white dude.
you know,
Right, yeah.
right, and
Trying to hold a man down.
He did say. He did say, I was profiled. It wasn't the first time. It just was the worst of those times.
Driving while white. That's the first
Yeah.
time I've ever heard that.
Yeah. So, but apparently...
Remember, guys, it's always drywall dust, never cocaine. Or is it other way around? Always get that confused.
Right.
Mark Stapleton.
So, the thing is one of the officers said to another in the video of the arrest, it looked like he had a gram of cocaine and crushed it up. Yeah. And
Drywall looks like a gram of cocaine. That's great.
the thing
Doesn't
is,
even glisten like
that dust will
cocaine.
fuck
right,
you up.
right,
Yeah,
and,
right.
And the thing was, he was actually already on probation for weed and coke charges from 2015. So,
Guilty by
So,
association.
like
That's
he
what it
said,
was.
yeah,
Yeah.
like he said, he did get profiled. But the cops say that a field test at the scene came up positive while the drug dog went sniffing wildly through his car. So, drug dog and false test.
Awesome.
Like, totally,
Sounds like Columbus
Yeah.
Police. Sounds like Columbus
Totally.
Police is at work.
yeah.
Awesome. Hey, so John Kelly, Sean, question for you. What's your favorite dinosaur? John Kelly wants to
Ooh,
know.
Favorite dinosaur?
It takes me back to the Progressive commercial where they're trying to get the password into the door, and she's like, Triceratops.
Oh, yeah.
Right, it makes me laugh every time I think about that.
I don't know. I think the first one probably comes to mind is T-Rex.
T-Rex.
Yeah.
Short little arms.
So, Bachelor in Paradise producers turn out they're pretty pissed off, man, and the whole thing stems from contestants who want to have sex must wait a beat and get permission from producers. So it turns out that if there's going to be any sexual interactions from here on out on the new series of Bachelor in Paradise, they're going to have to ask permission before they hit it.
Time out.
Right.
Teacher, can I have sex?
Sources of the Mexican resort where the show is being filmed tell us that there are new rules in place regarding sex, especially in, quote, the boom boom room, where most indoor sex goes down. We're told before anyone can get it on, both parties must go to a producer and state that they consent to getting it on. If the producer feels either party is incapable of giving consent, the producer can pull the plug on the sex episode. We're told when contestants arrived over the weekend, they sat through a 2-hour meeting with lawyers and officials, producers, lawyers, and officials representing the show to run over all the rules for the show. And get this. If contestants violate the rule and go right into, quote, the boom boom room, producers can barge in at any moment and stop things mid hump.
So really
mid-thrust.
what that means is they're sitting there and they're waiting and they're like, nope. Okay, he's about to put it in now.
We're the first ones to be able to break the story, but Warner Brothers has implemented new rules as part of the show's reboot, including handing over all drugs, legal or not, and a 2-drink maximum per hour. The policies come on the heels of a sexual misconduct investigation, which ultimately concluded there was no wrongdoing between Demario Jackson and Corinne Olympios. Now, you remember Corinne Olympios. She was the crazy blonde chick that was in The Bachelor.
Rape.
Yeah, she cried rape. Basically, she got white girl wasted, passed out with this dude, and just to get more added publicity, said that he forced himself on her.
Sounds like what happens on Park Street.
Yeah, right. Sounds
Right.
like a Hilltop issue to me.
Oh, so so Dave says, I hate cocaine, but the way it smells is okay. And Licking County Metalheads wants to know, Sean, who is your favorite Flintstone?
Bam, bam.
Let's just all date ourselves here, guys. Come on
yeah.
now.
Yibba-dibba-doo.
I'm gonna have to go Fred.
Oh, yeah, definitely, right?
Even though Bam Bam has a sweet name.
Right.
Bam. Well, you
Bam
know.
Bam Boom Boom.
Right, you know, Bam Bam in a boom boom room.
Yeah.
Like craziness, man. So I got something for you right here. It's called Electric Pennies, because we all wish our pennies were a little bit more worth than what they are, I'm sure. So we're going to get into this right here. What do we got coming up after the break?
Oh, I think it's time for the horoscope of the day.
Horoscope. So,
And, you know, since we have a guest, we get an extra one today.
we do, and we're going to be talking about Madonna's Like a Prayer gets a piano ballad revamp with song's original co-writer on keys. We're going to be talking about that coming back after this. And we're going to get into this Electric Pennies. Sean, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to before we go to commercial? Or music, I should say.
Oh, put me on the spot. Let me think about that.
What's with the gay-ass questions? Donation AP. Gay. Come on, Lincoln County Metalheads. LOL. Oh, Mr. Angry Ginger. White Crispy Ginger, actually. So we're going to be coming back here. Let's get some Electric Pennies here.
too many, but three defeats me. Pay with electric pennies all night long. I wanna pay with electric pennies all night long.
We came to see the setting sun. We're on the beach, we're having fun. We got the wheels, it kind of feels like summertime has just begun. I'm watching the world come undone. And then the night becomes a day. We're still alive, we're still okay. We did alright. I got a name. She said to call and play the game. I'm watching the world come undone. I'm walking with the girl in the sun. We came to see the sun, the setting sun. We're on the beach, we're having fun. We got the wheels, it kind of feels like summertime has just begun. I'm watching the world come undone. I'm talking to the girl in the sun. And then the night becomes a day. He's still alive, he's still okay. We did alright. I got a name. He said to call and play the game. The sun, the sea, just you, just me. I know your name. Let's play the game. Sunny day on the beach. I'm watching the world. It kind of feels come undone. It's just begun. I'm walking with the girl in the sun.
Makes me want to like jam to that song. Like it makes me want to whip out the Beach Boys and rip off my shirt and run down the beach and tanning oil and lotion. Rah! Just kidding.
Kind of sounds like Baywatch. In a way.
You know they're making that new Baywatch movie,
Yeah.
man. Like I'm kind of curious. I admit I'm curious. I want to go see it.
I think it'll be interesting.
So we're hanging out live, man, with my man Sean of A Decade Apart.
What's going on?
And we're hanging out live on Facebook Live, man. And just giving a shout out to everybody on Facebook Live. You guys are able to join the show this way. So if you guys want, you guys can hit the YouTube channel in there. And we got a new YouTube channel finally. Yay! So it's actually our channel, like, now. So, you know, when you start out YouTube, they start you out with this silly-looking, long-ass address. Mm-hmm. And it takes forever for you to be able to get an actual address, like youtube.com / Antman Verses. And before, it was like, YouTube.com/U9745
Bunch of random shit.
something. Yeah. Kind of like when you would create an event on Facebook and it gives you that long share bar. It takes forever. And you just have that one friend who's like, "What's the address? I don't. Oh, I was one number off." Like, oh man. So we got a brand new show coming up this week, huh, Sean?
Yeah, I'd say it's kind of big.
Kinda, just a smidge.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Miss May I, man. That's all that needs to be said. But seriously, though, Decadent Part's going to be hanging out there, man.
Yeah.
And so name off all the guys in a band in case nobody else knows.
So we have Donnie. He plays the guitar.
I hope Donnie feels better, man. I know he was having
Yeah.
a raspy voice and stuff, so hopefully he wasn't able to make it tonight. I put him on the event, though, so...
Yeah, hopefully he's feeling better.
Right. Get that frog out, bro. You
Yeah.
got a show to do.
Absolutely. We have Josh. He's the vocalist. Tim's on the drums. And we have Travis as the other guitarist, a.k.a. T-Dog.
T-Dog. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
man. I heard that. I heard that at a show. I was like, no way. But I had to ask him if I was allowed to call him that. He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't give me an answer, so I didn't know if I was allowed to call him that or not.
One of our good friends, John Kelly, likes to call him T-Pain.
T-Pain.
So I think T-Dog's probably going to stick.
Yeah, I think that's probably definitely.
I could definitely see that sticking.
I could see it on the back of a T-shirt. I could.
T-Dog?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bumper sticker. Whatever. So, what do you got there, Mama Siobhan? I'm gonna start calling you Mama
Well,
Siobhan.
First and foremost, it's horoscope time.
Oh shit.
So, yeah,
Mine
hates,
sucked
he
last
hates
week.
This.
Mine
He
sucked
hates
last
this.
week.
Just because it was actually accurate. They always are. That's why you hate them.
Flaming bag of dicks is all I have to say.
Yeah. So, for those of you who have a birthday today, first and foremost, of course, happy birthday. And here is your horoscope. You will find yourself at odds with people who support the status quo over the coming year, and that's good because they need shaking up a bit. You are the sort who, when you find a cause to fight for, don't stop fighting until you have won.
Shenanigans.
So, as we all know, I'm a Gemini, so for you fellow Geminis, you seem more willing than usual to overlook people's faults and failings. Whatever the cause of your mellow mood, you are advised to keep it going as long as you can. Life is more enjoyable when you're loving and forgiving. God, I hate when they're right.
And which one are you, Sean?
Pisces.
Pisces.
Please don't be a
So-
bag of dicks.
Right.
So, for the Pisces, cosmic activity in the most dynamic area of your chart makes it seem as if all things are possible, and indeed they are. But today's Mercury-Jupiter link warns you must not take too much for granted. Plan what you are going to do well in advance.
Kind of goes hand in hand with the show
Yeah.
coming up, man. Because you guys have been like preparing and getting ready for that, man.
Yeah, we've been busting our ass.
Yeah. And how many tickets you still have left? You guys have
Not a lot.
Not a lot,
Yeah,
right?
we're real close to being sold out.
How much can they get those for?
They are $18.
Okay.
Doors open at 6.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you definitely want to get there early.
There's not a lot of parking, so I
No.
mean, it's not like a huge, not like the Rock on the Range
Yeah,
kind
Right.
of thing.
it's
you
like
know.
on the street or in one of those surface lots or a parking garage.
Just
since it is
Uber,
downtown.
just fucking Uber,
Or
man.
that too.
Like drop
Probably
my ass
cheaper
off
in the
at the
long
corner.
run.
Yeah.
Uber, have some beers with the
Right.
band.
I was going to say, and then if you get drunk, you're good because
and
you
then Uber
Uber.
home. Yeah,
Right, yeah.
it's a win-win.
Yeah.
Oh man. So is
Nice try. You don't get to avoid yours. I know that's what that was. So, now it's your turn for
All
the
right.
Virgos.
yeah.
Are you following the ideas you claim to live by? At some point over the next 24 hours, you will have to make a choice between following those ideas and maybe losing out financially or ignoring them for the sake of an
Sounds like a
easy
bag of
life and
dicks.
easy profit.
bag of dicks?
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row.
Right, yeah. 2 weeks in a row. I got a shitty man. You're not allowed to do that shit anymore, intern.
Hey, I don't write them.
Hey, so have you guys seen the new Eminem look?
Dude, I just...
You just showed it to me.
Yeah.
I can't... it doesn't even look like him.
Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Turns out that he's got a dark facial hair, and he's been out of the limelight for so long that he finally posted on his Instagram page on Friday, and it doesn't even look like him, man. You know, he's got Eminem's got a new HBO special coming out called The Defiant Ones, and it premieres on June 22nd in Los Angeles, which actually, you know, a couple days ago. But it turns out that not just Eminem is getting attention. It turns out that Eminem's daughter, Haley, is all grown up, and I got this photo of her. So this is the old Eminem, and that's Haley right there on the left.
Yeah, I saw a picture of her recently too.
She's become quite the internet and Instagram star.
Yeah, she's.
And there's a better picture
Yeah,
of her
that's the
there.
one I saw last week when I was.
So, yeah, she's actually blowing up, man. And I don't know, for those of you who are Michigan fans or in Michigan, that state up north, we're going to beat you in NCAA this year. It's going to be beautiful. Anyway, so it turns out she's a student at Michigan State University. But while it's unclear what she's studying exactly, she previously stated that she planned to pursue a degree in either psychology or entrepreneurship to follow in her dad's footsteps. And it turns out that she's got 158,000 Instagram followers and often shares photos of her handsome boyfriend. And it turns out that quoted as, couldn't have asked for a better 21st birthday celebration or a better man to have by my side. She captioned a December 2016 photo of herself in a daring cocoa-colored bandage dress. Now check that out. It's called a bandage dress, and it's definitely...
It's like a boob dress to me.
It's a titty holder dress for sure.
Yeah. I'd have to agree.
Yeah, man.
Maybe that's why they call it, because it bandages your boobs.
Trying.
I don't know. I don't wear things like that.
Yeah, I think your husband would shoot somebody. Remember, he carried the firearm.
Hell, I might shoot somebody.
Oh, man. So we got some new stuff coming up. It is 7 minutes after 9 o'clock, hanging out with my man Sean of A Decade Apart. And I want to give a shout out to Joshua Harden. He said, ask Sean who his favorite Power Ranger is.
We are really taking it old school tonight.
They're kicking it, man.
They're dating me.
Right?
The Green
They're dating
Ranger.
themselves, too.
Yeah,
so.
seriously. Dude, I don't know.
Such a dick.
Like, I don't know how long ago that was, like 20 years ago?
Yeah, dude, I don't even
So
Shit.
to give you an idea, 8 Mile came out over a decade ago.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
I mean, we're all...
and we're all old.
Yeah.
I mean, Power
Jesus,
Ranger.
how old? Photo Nation. Jesus, how old are we? And who watched that gay ass show anyway?
Hey, now.
I bet Dave was the
I
Pink
think
Ranger.
I was like in
Totally.
third grade.
Right?
Right. And everybody was running around like
Yeah.
It's morphin' time! Triceratops.
My arms aren't working. I can't get them to go.
T-Rex.
T-Rex. Oh my god, dude. Fun stuff.
What is Josh Harden's favorite Power Ranger?
Yeah, we want to know that.
I'm guessing the pink one.
Dave says, I watched Teletubbies. Of course you did, Dave. Of course
Tinky
you did.
Winky or whatever.
Right.
So, do you guys watch WWE?
Oh, yeah.
I used to in high school, and then I kind of just fell off. And then, like, sometimes I flip through channels and I watch it.
So, LeVar Ball was on WWE
He was on it
Raw
last
last night. And he dropped a racial slur live on WWE Raw last night.
I'm not surprised. That dude's an idiot.
Him and Miz were doing their storyline, and LeVar was quoted as saying, "Beat that ass," the N-word ass. And it actually made it out to, Joshua says white, of course. Photo Nation sitting there with Stevie Cade. Shout out to Stevie Cade, man.
Hey, Stevie.
Hope you guys are well. So, man, this is quite crazy. UFC's Kevin Lee didn't know about poop in the octagon.
Beat off on my cat? What?
What? What?
Celebrate Harry Potter's 20th anniversary yesterday and beat
And beat off on my cat. Wow.
What's going on?
I don't know. I'm
I
scared.
totally missed
I'm
that.
turning around.
Right.
So Kevin Lee. Now there was on Fox Sports 1 the other night.
Can we back up?
Yeah.
Did LeVar Ball get his ass kicked?
Right.
No.
Did he get dropped?
No.
That dude just needs to shut the hell up.
Yeah, he was in there. They were
Well, he'll
promoting
definitely never be on Raw again. That's for sure.
Well, they were promoting the BBB brand that they're putting out, you know, and it's supposed to go for a good cause and it's supposed to go for charity. But when you're dropping the N bomb on national
I don't
television,
see very much charity coming from that
Yeah.
now.
Oh, I see charity coming, but not the kind of
Not
charity
the
that
kind
dude
he
wants.
Yeah, that dude just needs to just shut up.
Josh says,
I'm not a
Sean,
fan.
answer the question.
Wait.
Dude, I wasn't a huge Power Rangers fan.
Right,
like
I wasn't really
Josh.
either. Yeah, I wasn't either.
Was there a blue one?
There was.
All right, blue.
Yeah, right, all right, blue.
It's yeah, that's my favorite color, blue.
There you go.
Go with
UFC's Kevin Lee didn't know about the poop in the octagon until after the fight, and so basically what happened was,
Yeah, I want to hear about this because I was stuck in all day training. I was looking at Facebook. And I saw something about poop in the ring.
Yeah,
but I couldn't really watch it because I'm in training.
UFC's
so.
Justine Kish, she craps her pants during a big fight. And she even went further to say that shit happens on Twitter.
Wow.
She even went further to say that. Joshua, right there, Joshua Harden says, at Danielle Harden, how did you celebrate Harry Potter's 20th anniversary yesterday? I don't want to know. But the UFC got the literal crap. She got the literal crap beat out of her Sunday night live on Fox Sports 1.
Chardon.
She left the proof inside the octagon.
You gotta be hit pretty hard to shit.
No,
yourself.
she was choked. She got in
Okay.
choked.
Okay.
So the fighter's
squeezed out.
Justine Quiche, who was trying to wriggle her way out of a killer rear naked choke, courtesy of Felice Herrig, during the UFC fight night in Oklahoma. And when her bowels decided to betray her, and Quiche lost the fight and the contents of her colon, all in a matter of seconds.
Shit happens.
Afterward, Quiche joked about the situation, saying, "I'm a warrior and I will never quit. Shit happens. Ha ha ha. Be back soon."
I mean, good for her for not letting it like be an epically
right there.
embarrassing thing. Wow.
You have a
I
picture
mean,
of the shit?
I do.
It is epically embarrassing.
I do.
But
Oh, man.
And that is an epic shit.
yeah.
It's,
I don't know. Like, I gotta give her props for
it
like,
looks like a vegan shit, too.
you know,
Who fought after that? Did they have to like?
right? How
I
do
don't
you
know.
sanitize the ring after that? Is it the same like bleach spray they use for blood, or do you gotta use something different? Because
Hopefully it was the last match of the night. 'Cause if
Don't
I
hit
would-
me here. I don't want to fall in the poo poo.
Right, exactly. We need to stay on this side of the ring.
Right. Oh, don't touch it.
Oh, man. Holy cow. So, we got some new music coming up here, man. We got Douchebag Criminals coming up still. And, you know, I'm going to get into this. Somebody wanted me to play this. They asked me about it last week, and I missed it. So I want to make sure I get it for you guys. And this is from American Pinup. Siobhan loves this band and loves the girl's voice. But I want to get this one called The Radio for all the ladies out there. And hopefully you guys are out there rocking with us. We'll be right back after this.
The concrete's glistening and the glare is awful. You can't see your screen. Some indiscernible song thumps through the window. It just beats, beats, beats. The air is warm and easy and I'm slicing through it. It's too hot for drugs. And I choose violence over peace. You'll choose silence over listening. ocean sound. And I'll be waiting in your bed. And I'll inherit things that I deserve instead. And I'll turn up the radio, and this is like a vibe and drowns you out. But I won't break the sound. It's just a power that I have to know I have, but I'll never use. Let on breathe. Let on breathe. Let on
Everything's fine until it hits you. All alone in the middle of a crowded room. How the hell did you get so brave? And do you still have a heart? Yeah, I heard you were doing well. Sometimes I still miss you. It's all good, you know we're not the only ones. Take it from me, you're not so lonely. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. So this is what it feels like. No one here ever gets me, so I learned how to fake it right. The ghost of a good day, hoping for rain. 'Cause round here it's hard not to need a change. I can't say I blame you. I'm always looking for a way out too. Why is this all we ever risk? A proverbial dead end. Sure, I'm just a loser, but it's cool, we can still be friends. It's all good, you know we're not the only ones. Take it from me, you're not so lonely. I don't believe you. I don't take it back a step to the summer of life, when we were lost but were brave. I was just a teenage version of my old ways, looking for a soul to save. And I'll tell you now, you should just forget me. See, I'm a first place letdown of the year. Well, go ahead if you really want to take a chance. But don't hate me when I say I told you so. It's all good, you know we're not the only ones. Take it from me, you're not so lonely. It's all good, you know we're not the only ones. Take it from me, you're not so lonely. I don't believe you. I don't believe.
Gotcha, Siobhan. Talking some shit.
That's okay. It's a little snippet of what they can expect to come here in a minute.
Oh my god. You talking shit? I hope you don't shit on the microphone. That's not cheap.
That'd
sanitization.
like amazing feat, like yeah, to be sitting here and somehow shit on the mic
And
like that would be
shark-
some epic shit.
As Josh would say, it's epic.
Epic. Oh, Rick Anvil Promotions of Anvil Promotions. What's going on, Rick? Shout out to
Hey,
you guys.
Rick.
Mike Kane, Monty, Photo Nation, Ricky.
Monty Brown.
My man Ricky is actually listening in via his smartphone because he can't get his YouTube to work. He dropped his phone in concrete.
Dude.
Ooh, no bueno.
So he's listening via sound. He said the screen doesn't work, but the sound sounds great. Keep rocking,
Nice.
Ant-Man.
At
Nice.
least you
So-
can hear it. That's all that matters.
I
Right?
hopefully he doesn't have Verizon. He's gonna be fucked.
Totally.
So what do you got, Siobhan?
So, for all those mothers out there, a friend of mine recently told me she had a 9-pound baby when he was born.
9
pounds.
It'll wreck the kitty.
Due to, and it did.
I got you,
because-
Sean.
You got me.
And it did because the doctors didn't check his size first and, well, not properly at least, so she didn't have a
Wait,
C-section.
check his size, like the baby size,
Yes.
or the husband, the baby daddy
the
size?
baby side.
Oh, okay.
Got mind out of the gutter.
Okay. Sorry.
But I've got some comfort for her because it could have been worse. A woman in Lexington, South Carolina, gave birth to a 14-pound baby boy.
14.
That's a big ass baby.
That's a swollen kitty.
That's like a bowling ball.
That's a
Right.
guaranteed C-section. So, a South Carolina couple is looking for some bigger baby clothes after their son was born a whopping 14.4 pounds. Colin Austin Kelsler was born by cesarean at the hospital in Lexington. He's healthy, but his mother, Cindy, says
Not.
they had to send her mother home for some bigger clothes because he wouldn't fit into any of his newborn outfits. He is off to a good start if he is destined to attain some of his father's goals for him. His father wants him to be a defensive lineman at Clemson University and play for the Green Bay Packers.
F that. He needs to come to OSU.
Right?
I mean, he's off to a good start. 14
Totally.
pounds.
Totally.
Right, like,
And I
wow.
mean, it's a big baby. Like, I'm looking at this picture from the video, and that's a big baby,
He's
man.
got football hands.
Look at that.
Oh, jeez.
He already looks like a football player.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Holy shit.
It could always be worse, ladies.
Oh, man. That is ridiculous.
That would have been one hell of a pregnancy.
Push, babe,
oh my
push.
gosh.
I am fucking pushing.
Right? Yeah, no way.
Oh,
no
my
way.
gosh. So, what else you got there, Siobhan?
So, for those mothers who are a little, shall we say, cautiously paranoid, there is a new way to track your baby's heart rate and oxygen levels. There is a company called Owlet, and they have created what they call a smart sock for babies. Basically, it is a oximetry technology and pulse technology all in one. Same thing that they use in hospitals, and it goes on your baby's foot
Wow.
while they're sleeping. It's like a little sock that wraps around it, so it stays on, it straps on, Velcros, and of course you can link it to your smartphone, your iPad, your iPhone, whatever you have, and be able to keep an eye on them while they're sleeping.
That's crazy.
So, if you don't mind dropping $300 on it, you can be able to have this technology for your little angel.
Rocky XTV, he goes, just is referring to your previous story. He says, ask the doc to throw a few extra stitches in there.
I'm thinking like 10 at least.
I don't know how many
What is it,
strings are
like,
on a football.
One.
How many strings are on a football? That's how many you need to count, and then
Yeah.
divide that by 12, and that's how many stitches you need.
Yeah. So, and I gotta say, honestly, this was shared to me by my sister-in-law. And as someone who has a preemie baby who has some issues, there are ways in which I see how it would be very useful for mothers and fathers alike, parents in general. And at the same time, I also think although I know the technology is not cheap, I think it's a little ridiculous that you think that the average person is going to pay $300 for this item.
If you got your registry at Target, they give you a discount for
yeah,
the
this
online
isn't
stuff like
Target
that.
capable. this is outlet exclusive. So yeah.
Yeah. No
No
freebies here.
discounts. No
Brutal.
5% off, y'all. Sorry.
I mean, that technology is just crazy. You
Right.
just
And like I
throw it
said,
on.
I totally get why it's priced that much because of the technology involved, but I also don't see the average parent spending that kind of money. I just don't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So
If it drops, I'll buy one.
to like
Falls off
$100
the truck.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
It also
right.
come in and
Right.
then like
Yeah, exactly. The next generation comes out, then I'll get one.
So you guys know the Big Bang Theory, right?
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
are a big fan of that show, and you guys know Johnny Galecki. He's the geek on Big Bang Theory. You guys would know him pretty well, and he's also the gentleman that was on Roseanne. He was Darlene's boyfriend in Roseanne, but it turns out that his really, really expensive 1,200-acre ranch burned yesterday due to a huge fire in San Luis Obispo, Obispo.
Sure.
That's Johnny's getaway place. It's 190 miles from LA. The ranch was torched along with other property, and about, like I said, 1,200 acres of fire. That's now 40% contained. We're told the area is secure and no one can enter for now. The road is totally closed off. Our sources say that Johnny hasn't seen the property since it burned down, and plans to show up when he gets the all clear to come back, so he can salvage anything that was spared. And Johnny tells us that his heart goes out to all in the area who all were experiencing the heavy loss from the ferocious fire, the threat of which we live with constantly, which may seem crazy to some, but we do so because living in our beautiful rural area makes it worthwhile. He also goes on to say, it's never the structures that create a community, it's the people. And the people of Santa Margarita have taught me anything, it's that once the smoke is cleared, literally and figuratively, it's a time to reach out and rebuild. He also goes on to say, we've done it before, and we'll need to do it again together this time, and we'll make it our community even closer and stronger. Endless thanks to the Cal Fire and Sheriff's Office. I know you guys are fighting a good fight to keep us safe, so very relieved no one has been hurt. So, shout out to Johnny out there, man, having to deal with a whole bunch of problems. But it's not like he doesn't have the money to fix it, right? You know?
yeah. It's so unfortunate.
So what do you got, Siobhan?
So, those of you who shop at Walmart and those of you who don't, here's another reason why you shouldn't.
Get your shit and get the fuck out. Oh, sorry.
So, in Sand Springs, Oklahoma, a woman's body was found in the restroom at a Walmart 3 days after she was seen on the store video entering the room.
A Decade Apart has a surprise for you. Hey, Antman. And Sean, check your phone, Joshua says. Uh-oh.
It better not be a dick pic.
What's the
I
surprise?
was going to say, oh shit, it's a dick pic.
Oh, man.
A bunch of flaming dicks.
Or he's
It's a bag of
teabagging you
dicks.
virtually,
He
one
lit
of
his
the
dick
two.
on fire. and- I don't know. He told me he's got a surprise for me. Or a Decade Apart has a surprise for you. Is it for me or
They
for
sent
Sean?
me a shit ton of texts.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, while you're surfing or siphoning the messages out, so 3 days after she went in from the video surveillance, she was found dead in the restroom. The Tulsa suburb police say that the woman was 29 years old. Her name was Catherine Caraway. She was found on Monday when the locked bathroom was opened. Captain Todd Eisenberg says the video shows her entering the room about 6 p.m. on Friday, and the store employees assumed that because the door was locked, something in the bathroom needed to be fixed, so they just put an out-of-order sign on it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right. So the maintenance worker opened the door shortly after 3 p.m. on Monday and found her. The body was sent to the medical examiner to determine the cause of death, but it doesn't seem it was suspicious. fucking suck to die in a bathroom, man.
A Walmart bathroom at that.
Walmart.
Right? Like, there are much classier bathrooms.
I didn't like the discount. My life's over. Sorry.
There's drywall dust in there.
You're right.
Right?
Yeah. Anthrax dust.
So, yeah. But tragic news being that of the loss of a very, as far as I'm concerned, a very good actor, one that I personally really liked. So the star of the girl with the dragon tattoo, Michael, and I can never say his last name because
It's huge.
I'm not Swedish.
That's what she said.
Yeah, right.
But,
and then I got a 12-pound baby.
He unfortunately lost his battle with lung cancer and passed away. It was
Wow.
Tuesday morning, I believe. But he was 56 years old, so that in of itself is unfortunate because realistically speaking, in today's day and age, that's actually
Pretty
kinda
young. Yeah.
I mean, that's
Like
fairly
the new 40s.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, people are having babies in their 50s now, so but yeah, so it's definitely a sad loss for the film industry. He was definitely an amazing actor. Several movies that he's been in. He was in Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol. He was in John Wick. Several others. And
Which John Wick is pretty fucking
Yeah.
Yeah,
awesome.
it was
Yeah.
badass.
I haven't seen the second one yet because I, being on small time money, I don't make a lot doing this. I couldn't
Yeah.
afford the ticket prices these days, which are outrageous, by the
Oh
way.
yeah, just going to
Yeah.
the movies.
Oh, yeah.
Ridiculous.
totally ridiculous.
I remember the days of sneaking into the movie theater, man. Like, you pay.
You can't really do that anymore. I used to movie hop all the
Right.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Pay for one and spend the whole damn day at the movies. But they're really kind of Nazis about that
I'm with
now.
you, Rocky. Rocky says cancer can eat a big bag of flaming dicks.
Agreed.
Ant-Man, we're
Agreed.
going to give you 2 free tickets to the Miss May Eye this...
Oh, shit.
Oh,
We love you.
It's epic.
That was a surprise. Josh just got antsy.
I see that.
Yeah, he did. Like,
I read my text and I was just waiting for a break and
And no, he beat you to the punch.
yeah.
I got to do it again. Hold on. Oh, shit, that's epic! Epic! So, thank you, man. I appreciate you, and I take it apart. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
No problem.
Holy shit.
Thanks for having me out.
Wow.
Thank you.
I think I just crapped my pants. I think I just soiled. I didn't even get a rear naked choke, and I think I soiled my pants.
You just shit yourself.
Well, further, I do want to say my condolences to Michael's family
Yes.
on their loss.
Yes.
From all of us here at Antman Verses, our
Absolutely,
our
man.
thoughts and prayers are
I'm
with
gonna
you.
have to have a
It's-
Michael-thon, man, and watch some of his classic movies just
Yeah.
to get caught back up. Man. Did you guys hear? And this is an unrelated story, but you guys heard about the Star Trek star? He got crushed by his Jeep.
What?
The
It was a
The-
little
the-
while ago.
the
He
Russian
played
guy, right?
Chekhov. Yep,
Yeah.
he played Chekhov on Star Trek.
No, I didn't hear
So
about that.
Jeep Cherokee, he lived in Los Angeles, and he had a house on a hill. And it's not to be. I'm not making a joke. It's not. I'm not trying to be funny. But basically, he went to check his mail, and he parked the Jeep Cherokee on the hill, and he got out and he went to the mailbox, and the truck slipped out of gear and crushed him between his mailbox and his fence and killed him.
Shit.
And so there's a huge lawsuit. They're actually just wrapping up the lawsuit with Chrysler over that issue. And Photo Nation actually is backing up my story with that. There was a recall on his Jeep, but he didn't get it fixed. He didn't get to the dealership in time. And it was basically the parking brake recall is what got him.
I think I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Being a car person,
And
I
they
have
just wrapped up the
recall alerts.
lawsuit. They just wrapped up the lawsuit with his family on that. And so basically what is going to happen, they're starting a memorial, if you will, kind of foundation in his name to grow awareness for young drivers, for teen drivers. you know, and the importance of making sure you check your maintenance on your vehicle and stuff like that. This particular foundation that they started is in his name, and they've already hit over $200,000
That's
Wow,
awesome.
that's
for
impressive.
that. And what they're gonna do with that money, and Photo Nation, man, yeah, he says a movie called Odd Thomas. He was a
Yeah.
star from Odd Thomas, and which is a good movie if you haven't checked it out,
Yes.
definitely. So $250,000 in this foundation is going to go towards younger drivers, and it's going to go towards classes and awareness of vehicle operations. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That was just in today. Actually, I just saw that pop up on my screen, so I wanted to make sure, you know, because I know there's some Star Trek fans out there with the new Star Trek movie getting ready to hit. It's going to be pretty awesome. But we got Douchebag Criminals coming up in a little bit, man. And what else you got left tonight,
I
Siobhan?
just got one other story. You know, because we all hate ISIS, so here's one more reason.
Sorry. Sorry.
No, you're not. Don't lie.
No, I'm not. I'm not. And you know what? And I got something special for you. This isn't new, but it's not old, but it is Kevlar. And it's called Never Mind. Coming up right now.
If I could have just one more word for maybe what it's worth, I could change your mind and make me worth your time. If I could have just one more dream, I could spill all that I think, and you'll realize you should have never trusted me. We never talk, not like we used to. All those things we said we'd find never mattered, never mind. We never talk, not like we used to. Gotta know you never mind, never mattered, never mind, never mind. So forgive me, grace, for the one subtle actions, for the lack of satisfaction and the constant lack of passion. I never meant for this to happen. When I started this so loud, it was innocent and fun, and now look how it turned out. We never talk, not like we used to. All those things we said we'd find never mattered, never mind. We never talk, not like we used to. Gotta know you never mind, never mattered, never mind. I've got another question. Have you learned your lesson? 'Cause from what I can see, you're not taking defeat too well. Now you should have seen, you should have never trusted me. You should have never trusted me. You should have never trusted me. Not like we used to. All those things we said we'd find never mattered, never mind. We never talk, not like we used to. Gotta know
Sever it all. Too late.
Love them boys.
Fucking neck hurts. Oh, damn. So what's going on, Sean?
Just hanging out, having a good time.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for having me out.
Dude, like, no, my pleasure,
been fun.
man. We're going to have to
Yeah.
get some more microphones up in this bitch so we can get the whole band in here now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Josh would think it's epic.
yeah. With
But,
his fucking white Ranger
White
ass.
Power Ranger fetish.
Man, that dude Tommy from Power Rangers is a UFC fighter now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Wow.
For real. His first match is coming up in, like, I think, August. I think.
Nice.
It's like, yeah, Dana
I
White.
totally watch it.
Dana White
It's
was just
definitely
talking
morphin'
about
time.
Right?
Right? Dude, I hope he doesn't do anything stupid
Let's
like
morph.
that. Oh my god.
Actually, you know what? That would be probably the most brilliant thing he could do because it would totally fuck with his opponent. and
He's
throw him-
actually
I mean,
carrying
what-
the Green
what
Ranger
would you
logo
do?
for it.
Is
He's
he?
using the Green Ranger setup. Yeah.
And if he did something like that, like it would be all over social
Oh
media.
yeah,
and, like,
totally. Not only
everyone would be talking about
not
it.
only would everybody be talking about it, but then also there's the potential that it could throw off his opponent, and he could just fucking sock
Yeah.
him and knock him out.
You're
Like
turning into a dinosaur.
right, like
Oh,
wait, what the
shit.
fuck? And kick
Bam,
to the
bam.
head, like
Bam,
yeah, absolutely.
Hey, speaking of
Make the
bam
other guy
bam.
shit on the ring.
So, what do you think? What do you think, Sean, about the Floyd Mayweather McGregor fight coming up
Oh man,
August 25th,
I'm
I
not,
believe?
Like a huge.
It's the day after my
boxing-
birthday.
I want to watch it, but I
don't want to spend the $80 for a 3-second knockout.
yeah, I think
It's gonna be
I
like
think
Ronda
Floyd's probably
Rousey all
gonna
over again.
knock his ass out, even though Floyd's kind of like a defensive kind
Right.
of guy.
You know, McGregor, man, coming
But
from the UFC and
it's-
shit. He's only 27 years
it's
old.
two different games.
Mayweather just
Exactly.
hit 40. So, I mean,
there
I
is
don't
that,
know.
but it's again, it's
But
like
still,
you said,
Mayweather
it's
will
totally different.
fuck anybody up.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's totally different. You know, if it were the other way around and Mayweather were going into the octagon, absolutely, he'd fucking get his ass whooped.
Oh, shit.
But-
Shane Flores is in the house. Shout out to Stevie Cade up there, man. My man Joshua, Photo Nation AP, and Rocky XTV, which is a new sponsor, by the way.
Yes.
We are teaming up. And so what I want to do right now, honestly, I want to give a shout out to my sponsors, man. Rocky XTV, Columbus Botanical Depot, CBDHempHealth.com, Raw Designs, Designs by Raw.com, and my man Ryan Woods. I love that guy. He's pretty awesome. I want to give a shout out to my man Paulie Cunningham of Cool World Photography. Check him out on coolworldphotography.com. Music video production and more. And pretty awesome. I got some great sponsors, man. I'm really, really fortunate and lucky to be able to have the people I have that are teaming up with me. And Photo Nation AP, thank you for dropping your name in the hat to join us and start handling some of the photo stuff and doing some of our press stuff for us.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited
awesome.
about that. Yeah, I'm really
Very
excited about
exciting.
that.
Very
so,
exciting.
you guys got an awesome show coming up Friday, man.
I know. I'm
And,
super pumped. We
like-
have some surprises.
Yeah. Are you
I
gonna
don't-
let any cats out of the bag or any dicks out? I mean, any cats out of the bag?
Bags of dicks.
Accidents.
No. You know,
Come to the show, you ass.
yeah,
Come to
really.
the show.
You
Yeah.
just need
Right?
to come to the show, see what we have planned.
Yeah.
You know, I can't divulge much.
What's the point of coming to the show if you
Yeah,
tell them now?
Exactly.
Exactly. So what do you got, Siobhan?
All right, so Yazadi sex slave is forced to eat her son after ISIS butchers him.
Say what? Wait.
What the-
What the fuck?
Yeah, so a sex slave captured by ISIS was forced to eat her 1-year-old son with a side of rice, according to the gut-wrenching report. The unnamed Yazadi woman, who was starved for 3 days in an Iraq basement, unwittingly ate the boy after barbaric guards cooked and served him to her. One of the women who they managed to retrieve from ISIS said that she was held in a cellar for 3 days without food or water. Afterwards, they brought her a plate of rice and meat. She ate the food because she was very hungry. And when she finished, they said to her, "We cooked your 1-year-old son that we took from you, and that is what you just ate." Yeah.
Holy shit.
So the brutal jihadists believe the woman was a devil worshiper because she practices the Yazidi religion, according to the report. ISIS has carried out horrific atrocities against members of the religious minority, slaughtering thousands of people and forcing women and children to become sex slaves. In the interview, Dakahil also claims a 10-year-old girl was raped in front of her father and 5 sisters, according to the UK Sun. So if you didn't already hate ISIS, there's one more reason.
Man, you know, I come from a strong military family. I'm only one of 4 people who didn't. Seriously, only one of 4 in my entire family who hasn't joined the service or been in the service or done something with the service. And that you can't even. I find hard to find words.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
I'm speechless. Like, that's just so effed up.
Joshua
Right.
Harden, nuke him.
Right.
Well, you know the thing.
And Rocky too. Why can't we just nuke these fuckers? I agree.
See, you know,
It's-
the biggest
Yeah.
thing with Syria, you know, Syria's getting ready to launch another huge, quote unquote, getting ready to launch another chemical attack on the women and children. And I think that the United States has had enough of the bullshit, because I think they're getting ready to push the button pretty soon. And if they do, then they need to make sure a couple more people than just the 2 they killed are on the base this time.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the atrocities that go on, you know, we spend a lot of time talking about other countries and other shit, but what about what's going on here in our states, in our city, and our communities, you know, like the heroin epidemic, for one, you know? And I got a song for that, actually. This band is fairly new, and they're called the Organic Bandits. And I want you guys to be able to check this out. We're going to do this song here, have you guys check it out, and then we're going to come back, we're going to do Douchebag Criminals, and we're going to close up the show with Sean, and we're going to see, I guess we'll see you guys in a little bit. Right on? You gonna
Sounds good to me.
you gonna hang out for Douchebag Criminals, Sean?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right on, man. All right, guys, we'll be right back with How Many. Let's go.
This is a public service announcement from the Organic Bandits. Shoot your local heroin dealer. Oh my God, what the fuck is happening again? Another soul turns to dust, and people lost a friend. The culprit's heroin, and the cycle is vicious. Family and friends not meeting to instantly help you with your sickness. This addiction has one mission: put the kids in the ditches. It's chemical warfare, the living victims witness. Lost so many loved ones, family and some friends. Only when we rise up and fight will we win. 'Cause it's filling grace fast through the present and the past. Heroin is not homegrown, why we sitting back? Letting it unfold, right before our eyes. Collecting up a massive souls of many guys die. 'Cause it's filling grace fast through the present and the past. Heroin is not homegrown, why we sitting back? Letting it unfold, right before our eyes. Collecting up a massive souls of many guys die. It's gone too far for far too long. I wanna go back to taking hits from the bomb. When we were passing sacks in the back of the class to the classy little bastard with the stacks of daddy's cash. Before I found the coke and you found the heroin. When all we did was smoke, can I go there again? Mama's in recovery, my dad is still drinking. Trying to force this music thing and keep us shit from singing. And it's filling grace fast through the present and the past. Heroin is not homegrown, why we're sitting back? Letting it unfold, right before our eyes. Collecting up a massive souls, how many gotta die? Filling grace fast through the present and the past. Heroin is not homegrown, why we're sitting back? Letting it unfold, right before our eyes. Collecting up a massive souls, how many gotta die? It's time to go rogue, vigilante on these dealers. Let them folks know that we don't fancy what they're dealing. Your feelings don't matter when the blood begins to splatter. Better quit that shitty chatter, bitch, and give me what I'm after. I come to bust your dope, give your cash to charity. Fuck your ass up, for your rights and clarity. Get it off the streets, eliminate the game. Playing Russian roulette, every day is the same. Either filling grace fast through the present and the past. Heroin is the homegrown, what we're sitting back. Letting it unfold, right before our eyes. Collecting up a mass of souls, how many gotta die? Filling grace fast through the present and the past. Heroin is the homegrown, what we're sitting back. Letting it unfold, right before our eyes. Collecting up a mass of souls, how many gotta die? Feeling grace fast through the present and the past. Heroin is the homegrown, while we're sitting back. Watching it unfold, right before our eyes. Collecting up a mass of souls, how many gotta die?
Organic bandits. How many? Pretty good, you know.
I don't know how many.
Fuck the heroin dealers, man. Destroying our communities.
I really like that song. I like the message behind it. Yeah.
I like the opener. Shoot your
And-
local
yeah,
heroin dealer.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
yeah.
pretty much what I was getting at. Yeah.
So, Sean, what's the craziest decade apart story that you can remember?
From Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a tough one because it's kind of hard to get crazy stories with a bunch of white dudes that are in their 30s. I mean, everyone has like kids and family. I'm the single one, and then we have T-Dog that's just 18 and
Can't drink, can't do anything.
doing
Right.
whatever.
He's,
you
the,
know?
he's the DD then,
baby.
right?
He's just banging chicks.
Right.
Right, yeah, right. Slapping the bass,
Uh,
slapping the bass.
I don't know. Maybe like me almost hitting Josh in the head with my guitar on stage a couple times.
Oh, shit.
Or seeing how freaked out he gets when he's driving the trailer. That's always pretty crazy, but also kind of funny.
Why is that?
He gets very antsy.
Oh, yeah.
Very antsy, and yeah.
Is
It's,
it like the worry that something's gonna happen to the equipment, or is it
No,
like
just trying to find a place to park.
Gotcha.
So one time we were playing a show, I forget where it was, and load-in was like 8 o'clock. And so we're supposed to show up at 8.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh was like, well, I want to get there around 7:30, 7 maybe. Just make sure we get the trailer in there and we're good to go.
Right.
It is important, man, because if
That,
you
Yeah.
that is,
if you
yeah.
if you show up too early, then your shit gets crammed in, and then you can't get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
So I mean, it wasn't in a very busy spot. The parking lot was pretty small. I'm like, dude, I don't know. It might be packed by 7 o'clock. We might need to go there at like 5. You know, just to be safe.
Wow.
5, you know, maybe 4, just to make sure we get a spot so you can park. He's like, shit, you really think so? I'm like, dude, I'm messing with you. Like,
Right.
We don't need to get there
Gotcha.
at 5 o'clock to get a spot at like some random venue.
That's
Oh, damn.
hilarious.
But he's so gullible. It's fun.
That's great.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
and that's that whole you being the only guy again falls back to the whole you being
Right.
the only single guy.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm the
so-
troublemaker.
Right,
Right.
exactly. I'm gonna bust all your balls.
Gotta
Fuck
Yeah.
y'all.
gotta
but-
find entertainment somehow.
Yeah. I mean, we
hilarious.
all bust each other's balls.
You have
know?
to, man.
You
Yeah.
got to. You got
Like,
We
you know, the industry is so tough these days, man, that if you can't, then you suck. Like you gotta hang with the boys, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we
Like a
write
bag of
music
dicks.
together, we play shows together, we hang out outside of the band, we go to shows, you know. So it's kind of like a second family as a band.
Josh jackknifes the trailer and is into his truck regularly.
Oh, I got a story. It's not about Josh jackknifing the trailer. Well,
he
that does happen.
said,
He says lies.
So we were loading up for a show, and Josh was talking about beds, and I believe John Kelly was witnessing this. So Josh was talking about how he likes to break beds.
"Oh,
Yeah.
Siobhan."
Interesting.
So poor John was back there getting the details on how Josh was on like his fourth bed.
Wow.
Oh man, that could go
Wow.
so far.
I'm I'm so happy I wasn't listening to the
Fart
details.
pickle.
I was just carrying equipment.
Yep, yep.
As much as I hate carrying equipment, I did not have to hear that story.
Wow.
So it's all good.
So he must have like a frequent buyer card then with the bed store.
Well, he's starting to make beds with his new endeavor. He's making furniture and everything.
Smart
so,
man. Save
yes.
yourself some money.
So
I need one. I need one.
So I guess he made
Oh,
a
he's
bed.
on. He's on fifth.
He's
broke
on the
four.
fifth. He's broke
Oh,
four.
he's broke four. Oh, he did verify. All right. So yeah,
We're almost out of time. I
He,
can't believe it's already 10 o'clock.
Right?
we were
Wow.
joking around. He better not break this one since he made it.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
it's extra sturdy.
Extra sturdy, right?
The man knows what he
Reinforced.
needs.
Yeah,
So
gotta reinforce that
I
shit.
took that story. I took that story
For everyone
for
else.
everyone else.
One for the team.
That's funny. That's awesome. Siobhan, we're gonna get ready to close out the show here. So you got one douchebag criminal this evening. Which one's it gonna be?
See, that's so hard because there are two that I really wanted to go over.
Yeah, and we ran out of
Yeah,
time. So
I know. All right. Well, I'll save the other one for next week then. So we're gonna go with what was supposed to be the last one then, because I just can't pass it up. So again, Crosby faces more trials and tribulations.
yeah,
He
Bill Cosby, man.
He is allegedly charged for molesting a teen at the Playboy Mansion. Yeah.
Wow.
What was a teen doing at the Playboy Mansion?
Yeah. So
Probably drinking cocoa.
less than 2 weeks after his mistrial was declared, he is facing another court date in California for allegedly molesting a 15-year-old at the Playboy Mansion more than 40 years ago.
Oh, I thought this just happened.
Right.
Right.
I was like,
No.
isn't
Oh,
Hefner
okay.
No,
dead?
it's another one.
Isn't Hef dead?
40
I
years
was
ago.
like,
So, so he'll be
still
in
gets
the Superior Court in LA on the 30th of July as part of a civil suit, in July of 2018, by the way. So it's part of a civil suit brought by Judy Huth, who claims that Crosby brought her to Hugh Hefner's infamous Playboy Mansion in '74, plied her with alcohol, and molested her in a bedroom there. Yeah.
What a dirty old man.
Right.
Yeah.
First Coco, then the porn.
Right.
Man, like, and
Right.
then the latest was when he was walking out of court. Was it today or yesterday? He got him going, hey, 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 when he walked out of court. Like, he was walking out with
Was he
all his
talking about
attorneys.
pudding pops?
I don't know, man. Like, JELL rape. Oh, man. So I want to give a shout out to all the sponsors, CBD Hemp Health. My man Joe of Columbus Botanical Depot, man, hit him up, 614. What is that phone number? I always forget it. I'm just kidding. 614-407-4420. And check them out at cbdhemphealth.com. Photo Nation AP, handling all our photos, making us look pretty and sexy and stuff. Thank you so much, man. Rocky X TV. Make sure you check out Rocky X TV's YouTube channel. He gives you helpful tips on how to do it yourself type of work on all your vehicles and all your
Like a
fun
boss.
maintenance stuff. Like, yeah, dude, like a pro, for
I
real.
need that shit.
Yeah.
He's got
And,
some cool gadgets, man. You should check it out.
And he said that he wants to, if you have questions or concerns, he wants to be able to help everybody, and it's not just about Jeeps. So if you have questions or concerns about your vehicle, you can hit him up, and definitely find him on YouTube, Rocky X TV, and show him some love and check out some of his videos. And Photo Nation, did you hear that he wants to do City Hall talks about sexual abuse? Yes, we did. Talk about Bill
Yeah.
Cosby. He wants to do sexual abuse conversations.
Crazy.
I think some old lady's probably gonna throw their shoes at him, probably.
Something.
All right, guys, we are out the door. We are out of time. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight on Antman Verses. On Thursday, we got both Rob and Brandon Seymour from 8 Pound Pressure and Ricky Wolf coming in to hang out with us.
That'll be a good time.
It's gonna be crazy.
That'll be a good show.
It's gonna be insane. I'm hoping I can keep the roof on the place because
might-
those guys are crazy
Might
and
get a little crazy.
they might break my couch. I might have to have Josh build me a couch.
Right?
Reinforce that.
Reinforce the couch. Oh man. Well, thank you guys so much, man, and we will see you guys Thursday. Sean, thank you so much for doing
Thank
what you
you.
do as an artist and a musician, man. Thank you for Decade Apart for being an awesome band. You guys are fucking just amazing, dude.
Thanks. I
So
appreciate that.
keep on rocking, guys, and we will see you guys Thursday night.